Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Gopi Krishnan. Welcome to the video lecture 3 on the concept of fatigue loading. Fatigue loading, as explained in the previous video lectures, is the loading in which the component is loaded with a repeated loading and unloading, and this kind of cyclic loading is called as the fatigue. Fatigue loading has a number of forms of the types, and the first type of the fatigue loading is termed as the arbitrary fatigue loading. If you see the graph between the loading and the time, there is going to be a phenomenon of loading and unloading that occurs over the materials in a random fashion or in a arbitrary loading. So such kind of loading is termed as the arbitrary fatigue loading. So here there is going to be fluctuation that can be seen over the entire length of the loading plot, and these plots give a few concepts such as a cycle, amplitude, frequency. So if the cycles are different, if the amplitudes are different, and if the frequency uh, at every point is different, then this kind of loading can be called as the arbitrary fatigue loading. So this is also called as the random loading, and which is defined as the irregularly fluctuating loading, which is called as the irregular. So it can be called as the arbitrary loading or the random loading, or it can be called as the irregular loading. The second type of the fatigue loading is termed as the constant amplitude loading, in which if you make a plot between the loading and the time, there is going to be a definite cycle, there is going to be a definite amplitude, and there is going to be a definite structure of the waveforms created over the entire plot. So it follows the sinusoidal waveform in which it starts from a mean value or a nominal value, it reaches to a certain height in the north direction, and it changes the direction to the south side, and it reaches the nominal point again. It further elongates, it further moves to the south direction, and it reaches the same maximum in the south direction, and again it changes the direction, and the total cycle is repeated over the entire length of time. So if the amplitude is constant in any kind of fatigue loading, it is called as the constant amplitude loading. So here, the constant amplitude loading is a loading with a constant amplitude and also the period. So if you see the cycle, the period from the minimum or maximum to the next minimum or the next maximum of waveform. If you're taking the minimum point as a reference, you have to take the next minimum. If the reference point is the maximum point, then you have to take the maximum point. So this is called as a cycle, and amplitude and mean are usually represented as the mechanical quantities for the fatigue. We have certain formulas for understanding the fatigue behavior over the materials, which starts with the formula which is called as the load ratio or the stress ratio, which is uh, abbreviated as R, capital R. So capital R is the ratio between the minimum load to the maximum load, which is termed as the ratio between P minimum to the P maximum, which is also written as sigma minimum to the sigma maximum. And the formula number two, with respect to the fatigue behavior, is the amplitude ratio A, and which is the ratio between the load amplitude to the average load. In other words, it can be termed as the ratio between PA divided by PM, which is also taken as sigma A by sigma M. So you can see a number of diagrams given in the plot between the loading and the time, and it depends upon the different R values. When the R value is uh, below zero, or when the R value is above zero, if the R value is greater than one, we get a different kind of cycle. So if the R value is equal to -1, we'll be getting the alternating tensile and the compressive forces in the sinusoidal waveform. Whereas if the R value is equal to 0, it moves to the tensile region. And if the R is greater than 0, then the total sinusoidal waveform will move to the tensile force, which is called as the fluctuating tension. Whereas if the R value is greater than 0, even for the compression, It can be taken in the compression zone, which is called as fluctuating compression zone, and it can be taken to the pulsating compression zone, in which R value is equal to negative